YouTube, this is Darkon633. We're taking a look at another Transformers review. This time I'm going to take a look at Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Paralon. Now this figure is actually released exclusively at Toysrus under their Clash of the Transformers sub-brand, and it's actually a pretty cool figure, even if it's not accurate to the animation design. Similar to what we've seen with Scattershot, the head does not resemble the character that is on the show. While it is cool that the head is actually a full-on homage to Beast Wars Scorponok, which I appreciate, it's sad to see that Hasbro has still not really done a full anniversary homage or anything to do with the anniversary for Beast Wars. Especially since Takara has went ahead and released a whole bunch of different characters based on the characters in Beast Wars. So it's once again a real shame. It seems like the last time we've ever got something was back at around 2014 or so with Generations Rattrap, and it's been quiet ever since. And I think that's a real sad thing to see. And there's going to take a look at the box. The box has a picture of Paralon. And here is his Scorpion mode. He's a part of the Minicon Weaponizers again. And technically, even though it says 11 steps, it is still technically 10 steps, since it is still utilizing the Scorponok mold that was already released in Robots in Disguise. As a comparison, here he is next to Robots in Disguise Scorponok, and as you can see, it's clear that the mold pretty much the exact same outside of the head sculpt. That being said, the articulation is also the same. Yeah, he maintains the same ball joint on the head. Look up and down and left and right a bit. Ball joints of the shoulders. Swivels of the biceps. Single joints at the elbows. No waist articulation, but ball joints at the hips. Swivels at the thighs. Double joints at the knees. And feet can pivot. So that's pretty much the same. Just as a close-up, here is a closer look at the Beast Wars Scorponok head, and it's a very good likeness to that character. So that's pretty cool. He still has the same weapon, which they didn't even bother to repaint, so I think that's kind of weird that it's the exact same weapon in general. And other than that, it's pretty much the same. We'll be skipping ahead since the transformation is also the same for this figure, so let's move on. And here's a closer look at Paralon's Beast Mode. It's the exact same thing we've seen with Scorponok, even to the point that it's pretty much just a straight-on repaint. Unlike the Robot Mode, which maintains the main body with a brand new head sculpt, in this mode, he is literally nothing different to the standard Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Scorponok. As a comparison, here he is next to Scorponok, and just look at them together. I guess they could be like brothers or something, but overall it's pretty much the exact same thing in terms of articulation and design. So overall, I think Paralon is still a pretty cool toy, since it still maintains the same design as Scorponok, and while that may seem like a bad thing, at least the toy that the character was made from is a pretty overall basis for a figure. Just as a comparison, for those who have seen the already played episodes of Robots in Disguise in Canada, or some other places, here we have Starscream and Scatterspike. And this may be considered a spoiler, but so far that is all we got for the main team for Starscream in the last half of the second season for Robots in Disguise. And I think that's really unfortunate, since the other characters had some really cool designs, and it would have been nice to see them maybe released down the line, but right now it's really hard to tell if we're ever going to get figures of the other characters. So if you have the Scorponok mold, then I still recommend getting this, since it's got some really cool design, especially with the color looking really nice on the figure, and being a homage to Beast Wars Scorponok, it might be a pretty decent, in my opinion, fill-in for a Beast Wars shelf. Obviously, the animation style doesn't quite match it, but at least it works, in my opinion, pretty decently. So I highly recommend picking this up. I got this at Toysrus for around the $15 price, and that is the only place you can actually get this. So check online and in stores. This figure isn't really too hard to get, so at least that's good for this. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Taku and Hero Club. Also check out Twitter under Darkon633, and don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Please check down the other channels down below, and I'll be back with more Transformers reviews, but for now, I'm seeing you too. Bye.